In this video, we're going to look at how to solve equations and inequalities that involve modulus. So we've seen how to graph functions that include modulus in them, and we're going to use what we know about graphing them to solve equations. Let's have a look. Okay, so suppose we wanted to solve this equation. Mod 2x minus 1 equals 3. Okay, so there are some algebraic ways of doing this, but my preferred method is to use graphs. Here's why. The first thing I should do is sketch a graph of mod 2x minus 1. So I like to do a rough sketch, and my rough sketch is of just y equals 2x minus 1. So that's a straight line, gradient 2, y-intercept 1, so it looks y-intercept minus 1, so it looks something like this. And then I just need to take the modulus of that, which means all of this negative part just pops up and becomes positive. All right, so I'll now do my proper sketch, and this isn't part of my answer in the sense it's not going to get marked, but it's essential for an accurate answer. So here is my modulus graph. So there's the positive bit, and here's the negative bit that's been reflected up like this. And it's got a y-intercept now of 1 rather than minus 1, because that over here, that was minus 1 here. Okay, now I want to know when this graph, this graph here, this is y equals mod 2x minus 1. I want to know when that's equal to 3. So here's quite a nice way of thinking about it. I can say, when is its height 3? So if I drew a line across like this and said that this line was y equals 3, well, the solutions to this equation are whenever my mod graph, the black mod graph there, crosses that red line, which is the y equals 3 line. And we can see that to solve this, well, firstly, there are two solutions. There's this one and there's this one. And we can see what we need to set up to solve them. So this solution here is where the sort of unmodded, like the positive part, the original part of my graph, met the line y equals 3, which is to say that solution is just when plain old 2x minus 1 equals 3. And now I can just solve that, add 1 to both sides, 2x equals 4 and x equals 2. Okay, well that makes sense. I can sort of see that that's roughly x equals 2, although you don't want to rely too much on that. And this solution here, well, that's where the line y equals 3 intersected the sort of the modded part, which was, the bit that got bounced up like this. And we can actually go back to our original definition of the modulus graph, which is the modulus function, which is that when your input is negative, it multiplies it by minus 1. So this part of the line is really a part of the graph minus 2x minus 1. That's minus the whole thing, because 2x minus 1 was the stuff down here, and it got flipped up here essentially by multiplying it by minus 1. So it's the negative part of the graph. It's minus 2x minus 1. So then I can just solve minus bracket 2x minus 1 equals 3. Well, if I expand, I multiply both sides by minus 1, I get 2x minus 1 equals negative 3. Add 1 to both sides, I get 2x equals negative 2, and x equals negative 1. And there's the other solution. So my two solutions are x equals 2 and x equals negative 1. Now we can see how this could be really easily adapted if the question had instead said, solve 2x minus 1, modulus of that is greater than 3. So if a question is asking you to solve an inequality, all you do, I'm not even going to bother writing it all out again, is you pretend that you are solving mod 2x minus 1 equals 3, and then you just reinterpret your graph. So I found the kind of critical points, x equals 2 and x equals minus 1. So that's the point where x equals 2. And that's the point where x equals negative 1. And then you say, well, when was the modulus graph greater than 3? That is, when was the modulus graph above my red y equals 3 line? Well, it's above it over here and over here. So this is the region beyond x equals 2. So that's when x is greater than 2. And this is the region to the left of x equals -1. So that's the region when x is less than -1. So these would be the solutions to this inequality. There would be two regions, that one and that one. So you can see it doesn't really matter if you're solving an equation or an inequality. Get a graph, get your points where your graph intersects the point that you're comparing it to. And once you've got that, if it's an equation, well, those are your answers, x equals 2, x equals -1. If it was an inequality, you just have to think through what it means. And I really do like to think about it as when is the modulus graph above that line, in this case, y equals 3, and it was above it in this region and this region. Okay, let's have a look at a slightly harder example. All right, so in this case, I want to solve mod 2x minus 1 equals x. So it's not just a number this time, it's an actual variable. So we're going to approach this in very much the same way. Now it's the same mod graph on the left hand side, but I'm going to pretend that we hadn't already just done that. So we'd begin with a rough sketch. We'd say, what does 2x minus 1 look like? Well, it looks like this. So a line with gradient 2, y-intercept -1, and then we kind of make it modulus like that. So here's a quick sketch of that. And in these kind of sketches, it's not important to be massively accurate. You don't need to plot it, but you should get some of the details right. So for example, the gradient of this modulus graph is 2. So it should be pretty steep. And the key thing is it should be steeper than what I'm going to draw when I draw that. But you'll see that in a second. So here's my mod graph. So nice, sort of reasonably steep line, gradient 2. The y-intercept was -1 before, but it's now 1 because it's been made positive. So that point there is the point 1. And now instead of, if I go back to my previous one, I just drew the line y equals 3 to get that. Now I'm going to draw the line y equals x. So let's do that in a different color again. So the line y equals x is, it goes through the origin, and crucially it's got a gradient which is less steep than my mod graph, because the mod graph had a gradient of 2 here and -2 here, whereas the line y equals x has a gradient of 1. So it's less steep, and that's important because if I drew this too steeply, it would actually not intersect this line. It would just kind of go straight up here. All right, and now I can see that the solution of my equation is the point where these two graphs intersect. So that's here and here. So how do I find those points? Well, this point here was where the positive part of my original line, the kind of unmodded bit, if you like, or the bit where the mod did nothing, intersects the line y equals x. So this bit is found by just solving 2x minus 1 equals x. And we can solve that, take off 2x from both sides, -1 equals -x, and x equals 1 is the solution to that. So that's this point here. And this point here, well, that's found where the modded part of my graph equaled the line y equals x. So the modded part was the bit that was down here, but then got multiplied by -1 to flip it up. So that's minus 2x minus 1 equals x. So hopefully you're picking up the idea that whenever you're looking at the bit which has been flipped up from negative to positive, it's just minus your function. Okay, can we solve this? Well, I'll expand. What will I do? No, I'll just multiply both sides by -1. So 2x minus 1 equals -x. I'll add x to both sides to get 3x. I'll add 1 to both sides to get 1 over here. And that means that x equals 1/3. And there are my solutions. X equals 1 is this point here, and x equals 1/3 is this point here. Now, once again, let's consider what the solution would be if it had been an inequality. For example, mod 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to x. So again, I'm not going to draw this all out again because we've already drawn all of our graphs of this. But this is saying, when is the modulus function below the line y equals x? So looking at the modulus graph, when is it below the red line? Well, it's below the red line in this region here. So that is between this point, which we found to be x equals a third, and this point where we found x was 1. So the solution to this inequality is that x needs to be sandwiched between 1/3 and 1. And since it was a less than or 2, I can have a less than or equal to's in my answers here. And when you've got an inequality, you want to begin the entire process just as if you were solving an equation. So everything would be identical all the way up to here. You'd find your critical values, and then you just do a final little step of interpretation, which is to say, when is the mod below the line y equals x? And it is between this point and this point. That is when x is greater than or equal to a third, but less than 1. Okay, so that's how we solve equations and inequalities using modulus. In the next video, we're going to look at a more challenging example involving quadratics. So I'll see you there.